I was just seeing a clip on the news that the age for breast cancer screening for women should start at 40. Now, this is 10 years earlier than the previous recommendation. And the reason for this is that breast cancer in young women is about 2% higher than it was just 10 years ago. The very next story was new research suggests a health connection between mind and body. Now, is this news? Now, this didn't inspire this series, but it certainly reinforced my resolve to share it. We can do better. Sometimes we wait till a situation or a condition has become dire and it's affecting you and your physical health before we ask for help. So over the next few weeks, I'm going to share 6 principles or states that could save your life. Except I'm going to do it with a unique blend of dialects. So if you've never heard a Sanskrit word pronounced with a South Louisiana, been in Nashville too long accent, you're in for a real treat. So the overarching message here is an ounce of prevention, an ounce of prevention. So back to the news story. I'm all for early detection, but it's only a small part of the story. And why wait till there's a mass to detect? The intent here is to take responsibility, recognize the signs, and take action before that happens. Now, I always preface these discussions with, we're going to have to challenge some deep-seated beliefs to accomplish what you think is impossible. So 99.9999% of all disease starts with dis-ease. The hyphen is important. The manufacturer of dis-ease is you. I know it doesn't readily appear that way. It can often seem like forces beyond our control, our genes, are circumstantial. You are the manager of the most amazing chemical factory ever discovered. Not your iPhone, nor AI, nor anything else that we've ever created even comes close. Now, this is actually good news, because as the manager of this most amazing chemical factory, you can make decisions at any point you notice the train starting to go off the track. Every cell in this being is created and designed to perform at an optimal level. So the question is, how well are you managing this? Now, as I told you, this quarter, we're going to take a look at the basis of good health and how our beliefs determine everything from specific ailments or conditions, allergic responses, to having a healthy immune system, to creating the chemistry to attain optimal health. But we can't talk about health till we address our mindset about our health. So in this next series, just 6 short videos, I'm going to lean on one of the oldest, most complete and complex models of perfect health that I believe exists, called Ayurveda. In Sanskrit, there's a word known as samrapti. This is the 6 stages of disease, or a description of how disease manifests itself in the body. Again, moving from dis-ease to disease, with the overarching message, an ounce of prevention, an ounce of prevention. Today, we're going to talk about the first stage, which is accumulation. Now, this is the most important stage. In Ayurveda, this would be the accumulation of too much of a certain quality or energy in your system. And depending on your particular makeup and body type, it could be too much fire, too much air, or too much of the earth element. So let's take me as an example. I have a fiery disposition. I'm also from South Louisiana and love spicy food. This is not always the best choice for me. So if I overaccumulate with spicy foods and maybe indulge in a few alcoholic drinks, or I subject myself to intense situations where there's conflict and people's tempers are high, again, adding more fire to my already fiery disposition. I can create an imbalance. I may get a little stomach acid churning, or maybe I feel a little irritable. It's no big deal. I take a little bitters after dinner, or I'm not going to promote them, but we have drugs for that now. You can buy right over the counter. So if your disposition is another type, you may experience very different symptoms to overaccumulation, such as maybe a little gas or discomfort, bloating or cramps. Maybe it's accompanied by feeling anxious, or maybe you can't sleep, or maybe you get tired. There's a heaviness in the body and limbs. Whatever it is for you, this is just an example of the first stage. So this is the most important stage because this is the source or the accumulation stage. There's no greater source of accumulation than the mind. So you can ask yourself, what's keeping me up at night? What am I incessantly thinking about? This is where it starts. And I can't stress enough, this is the most crucial phase and the one that you can have the greatest impact. Join me again next week and we'll explore stage 2. Again, an ounce of prevention. Our body is always talking to us. Get your noticer out. If you are recognizing any of these symptoms or something similar, you might want to pay attention or take some action towards better health. Till next time.